And I think that that is such an important part because you aren't taking away from the guest experience, you're actually adding to it with sustainability.
Right.
Because now you give them a water bottle to not only use on their trip here and they don't have to lug with them, but they can take it home as well and feel good. You know, not every guest is actively seeking sustainability, but if you are or aren't, you can come here, know you can enjoy your trip and that you're doing, you know, good for the city and the environment by choosing StayPineapple. We talked about why this is the perfect location for leisure and business travelers. But what about that corporate meeting planner, those travel planners that are looking to meet sustainability requirements for their clients? You are certified, a sustainably certified hotel right here in downtown Chicago. Why is that such an advantage for those meeting planners?
We've been seeing this for probably the last 10 or 15 years. As RFP season comes every year, the corporate meeting planners are really looking to ensure that they're sending their corporate employees to hotels that share the same values as they do. And sustainability is often one of those top values. And so at a corporate level, we value it ourselves, but we also want to make sure that we're delivering that value for our guests and our corporate clients. And the Green Key certification is a huge part of that because it makes it so easy when they're looking at these RFP responses to see they have 4 keys in the Green Key certification. They're checking all the boxes. We know that we can feel confident that there's been third-party certification and show that StayPineapple is truly meeting the sustainability goals that each company has.
So Beth Anne, you are in an old historic building. This is such a great example of sustainability in action. This is an adaptive reuse building. Tell us about the history and tell us how this just aligns perfectly with the sustainability ethos of StayPineapple.
Absolutely. StayPineapple is so proud to own the Burnham building. It's one of the great historic buildings in Chicago. We're on both the National Historic Register, the State Historic Register, and the City Historic Register. Chicago is known for its incredible architecture. This building was designed and built by Daniel Burnham, who is one of the architectural greats from the city of Chicago. And so we love being trusted with this building, and we loved honoring its historic features. It, of course, was designed as an office building. Al Capone's dentist worked out of this building, which is one of the many things that brings people to StayPineapple. So we've kept the office doors in the hallways. That's why we still use the original keys, because that's one of the key historical elements of the building. It was one of the first skyscrapers that was built with steel in the city of Chicago, and that allows for these huge windows and all of the natural light that comes in and that our guests really enjoy. So we love all of the historical features at StayPineapple Chicago.
So Beth Anne, I absolutely love historic hotels. It's just such a way to go back in time and be part of history. Mm-hmm. Talk to us about this gorgeous mosaic flooring and what do brides do when they come to StayPineapple Chicago?
Absolutely. So when they began renovating the building and turning it into a hotel, they uncovered the original mosaic floor, and so we have recreated it to match the original. It's spectacular. Brides come here all the time to take their engagement photos, their wedding photos, and we love hosting them. It's such a great showcase of Chicago architecture.
Yeah, and it's a way to really be unique in what you're offering, but as well for your travelers. It's not those cookie cutter hotels that are everywhere out there.
Absolutely. Yeah. We're definitely beyond the beige.
Yeah. Beyond the beige. Ooh, we're onto something. And so, the fact that you didn't build a building from scratch really takes your carbon footprint to nothing when it comes to, the building.
Absolutely.
And that's so important. So I think guests are able to come learn culture, feel good about where they're staying. It's just like everything wrapped up into one. Wouldn't you say so?
Absolutely. And we're not building a new hotel sprawling out into the suburbs. We're utilizing a great piece of land that's already built at the heart of the city, which makes it more convenient for both leisure and business travel. So it's just a win-win.
And so as far as some of the other sustainability attributes happening here on location, what are some of those?
We take sustainability very serious. So we have our Atwood restaurant. We do a lot of composting. We have composting available in the lobby for our guests. Wow. Recycling is available in every guest room. A little bit more elevated from the normal recycling that you would be able to do at most hotels is we recycle our K-cups. That's a program that we just rolled out this year and we've been really excited about, and it has a huge effect for our sustainability goals. We also, in the past, we've always offered unlimited bottled water to our guests as an amenity, and it was a very popular amenity. It was an important amenity, but we just felt it was so wasteful using those disposable water bottles. And so last year we partnered with Path Water, and we have branded Path water bottles that we provide guests in their rooms, and we have a water refill station in the lobby. And its impact has been incredible. We're so proud to have kept that important amenity for our guests, but reduce the carbon footprint and reach another sustainability goal.
And I think that that is such an important part because you aren't taking away from the guest experience. You're actually adding to it with sustainability.
Right.
Because now you give them a water bottle to not only use on their trip here and they don't have to lug with them, but they can take it home as well and feel good. Not every guest is actively seeking sustainability, but if you are or aren't, you can come here, know you can enjoy your trip and that you're doing, good for the city and the environment by choosing StayPineapple.
Absolutely. We've really found that as we've worked to improve our sustainability, that it doesn't have to be a negative where we're doing one thing positive, but someone has to give something up for it to work. We've really been creative in our solutions and found a way to make it positive for the guest, a value add for the guest, and still green, still sustainable, a positive for everything else.
That's amazing.
Another thing that we did this year was, actually last year, we replaced almost our entire tech stack. And that had huge benefits for us in that with introducing our Muse operating system, we've been able to eliminate printing audit packs every night. So that's somewhere between 30 and 50 pieces of paper we're saving a night, not printing. And then by utilizing our Opti system for our housekeeping department, they aren't having to print boards. Our housekeepers have the room list that they clean every day, that's on a Google device. And so we aren't printing boards, we aren't printing records, we aren't storing that. So the sustainability aspect of that has been amazing as well.
And I think the behavior change you speak to in that is so powerful because to some they may think, oh, that's just one small little thing, but it adds up. And you're also teaching your employees that, their impact matters, not only here in the building, but when they go home as well. And that's what's really special about hospitality is you have that ability to impact behavior.
Absolutely. It's been a great example to set, and we feel it throughout the hotel. We aren't having to store these audit packs. We aren't having to store the housekeeping packets on a daily basis. It keeps the guest information more secure. It benefits everything. And our corporate office did a fun challenge this summer. For the month of August, they gave every employee at the corporate office I think 15 to 20 pieces of paper to last the whole month. And so anytime they really felt they needed to print something, they had to use from their pile. And it was such an eye-opening experience for our corporate office to really think through, do I need to print that? Is there a different way that I could do this? And we wound up sharing so many ideas on how to get around the need to print. And it just raised our consciousness level. It was really impactful.
And I think about from a corporate traveler, efficiency is everything, and being able to then relax in your room. What does it mean for a travel planner, in addition to it being perfect for the business traveler, but for impact and sustainability?
Absolutely. That's why the Green Key certification is so important to us. We've seen this trend for the last 10 to 15 years on the corporate RFPs that come in to us. Sustainability is something that corporations are really looking at. They want to send their travelers to a property that values the same thing they do and has the same sustainability goals that they do. And with the Green Key certification, companies know that that's third-party verified, so they know when they see, oh, StayPineapple Chicago is a 4-key, Green Key certified property, they know they can check all those boxes that we share the same sustainability goals that they do.
So it's really about peace of mind, right? Because not everybody is going to be actively volunteering or engaged in some kind of conservation, movement while they're here, but it's about knowing that they can check that box and they can go with confidence.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and you said something interesting about verified. So a lot of things out there claim they're sustainable, but this is really important because this certification, you had to walk the walk, and really show what you were doing. What did that process look like?
It took us 6 to 8 months to go through the process, and at the end of it, once we had done all the prep work and make sure and look at the specific things, like you can't just say you're composting, you need specifics on how much you're composting and what you're composting, and information on the bulbs that you're using. You can't be partially green, you have to really prove the numbers. And so once we had worked through those hoops, then they send a third-party company in to verify everything, and then we get certified, and it's awesome.
And now, through the OTAs and those third-party travel agencies, a traveler can actually go in and check sustainability certification and have a hotel pop up, right? So, wow, that's incredible for exposure for the hotel, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it's a huge deal for us because travelers and travel agents are becoming more savvy.
Yeah.
Everyone can put a green leaf on their website and say that sustainability is important to them, but the purchasing public now knows that they have to dig a little bit deeper and look beyond just what's on the surface.
Yeah.
You have to be able to prove that you're really doing it, and the Green Key certification allows us to do that.
This was part of our conversation on the Conscious Check-In podcast. You can watch the full episode on YouTube or listen on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Make sure to like and subscribe.